Andriana refers to both the noble class and a title of nobility in Madagascar. Historically, many Malagasy ethnic groups lived in highly stratified caste-based social orders in which the Andriana were the highest strata. They were above the Hova, free commoner castes, and Andevo, slaves. The Andriana and the Hova were a part of Fotsy, while the Andevo were Mainty in local terminology. The Andriana strata originally constituted the nobility, warrior, and landowning class of the Merina society. They were endogamous and their privileges were institutionally preserved. While the term and concept of Andriana is studied with the Merina people of Madagascar, the term is not limited to them. The use of the word Andriana to denote nobility occurs among numerous other Malagasy ethnic groups such as the Betsileo, the Betsimisaraka, the Tsimihety, the Bezanozano, the Antambahoaka and the Antemoro. Andriana often traditionally formed part of the names of Malagasy kings, princes, and nobles. Linguistic evidence suggests its origin is traceable back to an ancient Javanese nobility title, although alternate theories have been proposed. Etymology. According to K.A. Adela, the Malagasy title, Andriana, probably originated from the ancient Java-Indonesian nobility title, Rahajan, Rahadi an, Hadi, meaning lord or master. Quote, in Malagasy the term became Roadrian and later Roandriana, mainly used in the southeastern part of the island among the Sufi Rominia, Antemoro and Antambahoaka ethnic groups. In the central highlands among the Merina, Betsileo, Bezanozano, and Tsimihety, the term became Randriana and later Randriana or simply Andriana. Other proposed etymology for Andriana includes the root Andrina, which means head or forehead, in Malagasy. In Madagascar, the name of a Malagasy sovereign, prince or nobleman was often historically composed by placing Andriana as a prefix to the remainder of the name. For example, the name of Merina King Andrianimpoinimarina is a composite of Andriana and Nampoinimarina, while that of the celebrated Sakalava warrior Andrea Misara is formed from Andriana and Misara. In Madagascar today, names beginning with the Andrea prefix are common. However, unlike in Western cultures where children automatically inherit the family name of a parent, Malagasy parents are free to choose their child's first and last name as they please. Following the end of the monarchy in Merina, many parents have chosen to give their children names including the Andriana prefix, despite lacking any family connection to the former aristocracy. History. Austronesian people started settling in Madagascar between 200 to 500 CE. They arrived by boats and were from various Southeast Asian groups. African slaves were brought to the island's coasts between the 13th and the 18th centuries. The Portuguese traders were the first Europeans to arrive in the 15th century, followed by other European powers. This influx of diverse people led to various Malagasy sub-ethnicities in the mid-second millennium. The Merina were probably the early arrivals, though this is uncertain, and other ethnic groups on Madagascar consider them relative newcomers to the island. The Merina people's culture likely mixed and merged with the Madagascar natives named Vazimba, about whom little is known. According to the island's oral traditions, the most Austronesian-looking Merina people reached the interior of the island in the 15th century and established their society there because of wars and migrant pressure at the coast. Merina people were settled in the central Madagascar, formed one of the three major kingdoms on the island by the 18th century, the other two being Swahili Arab-influenced Sakalava Kingdom on the west-northwest and Austronesian Betsimisaraka Kingdom on the east-northeast. The term Hova originally applied to all members of the Merina people who arrived in the central highlands around the 15th century and absorbed the existing population of Bazumba. Andrea Mainalo, 1540–1575, consolidated the power of the Hova when he united many of the Hova chiefdoms around Antananarivo. Under his rule, the term Hova remained in use through the 20th century, though some foreigners transliterated that word to be Ankova, and increasingly used since the 19th century. In and after the 16th century, slaves were brought into Madagascar's various kingdoms, and social strata emerged in Merina Kingdom. The Hova emerged as the free commoners caste below the nobles' hierarchy during the rule of King Andrea Mainalo. A subset of Hova related to the king by blood came under the title Andriana. The social structure of the new kingdom became further defined under his son Ralambo, 1575–1612, who further subdivided the Andriana into 4 ranks, and eventually 6 subcastes by King Andrea Masinavalona, 1675–1710. Subcastes among the Merina. King Andrea Mainalo, 1540–1575, is credited with establishing the Andriana as a separate class in early Merina society. This class was subdivided into 4 groups by his son, the King Ralambo, 1575–1600. Antambahoaka Indrindra, the eldest son of the King Ralambo and his direct descendants. Zanad Ralambo Amin Andrianjaka, the other sons of the King Ralambo. Andrianimboni Nalona, the uncle of the King Ralambo and his direct descendants. Andriandranando, the great-uncle of the King Ralambo and his direct descendants. And further it was divided into 6 groups by Ralambo's great-great-grandson King Andrea Masinavalona, 1675–1710, based on locality and genealogical proximity to the ruling family. The Andriana class was divided again into 7 groups by King Andrianimboni, 1778–1810, in rank order. These groups are Zazamarolahi, or Marolahi, direct male descendants of the sovereign. It is among the small, elite subgroup of these called the Zanaka Andriana that the next ruler was selected. Andrea Masinavalona, noble descendants of the 4 sons of King Andrea Masinavalona who were not assigned to rule one of the 4 subdivisions of Merina that had been made the fiefs of his other 4 sons. Andriantampoaka Indrindra, descendants of King Andriantampoaka Indrindra, the eldest son of King Ralambo. Andrianimboni Nalona,